Hey everybody, in today's video we're going to discuss the current silver price. Silver has went up over $2 this week alone, this first week of June in 2025, and it crossed over some major milestones. What does that mean for silver coming up in the future? Stick around to find out to get my thoughts. As I film this video, silver is up $2 in the month of June 2025. As I film this, it's June 5th on a Thursday morning, and silver today alone is up over $1.25 per ounce to nearly $36 per ounce. When is the last time that happened? Believe it or not, it's been a long time, everybody. Could this be the moment we're waiting for? I don't know, but I think stackers around the globe are rejoicing today, waking up to realize that their silver positions are worth over $1 more per ounce. That's an incredible price upswing just overnight. The last time silver approached and passed and closed over $36 an ounce was way back in February of 2012. Can you believe that? It's been over 13 years since silver has eclipsed these numbers. Are we in for a wild ride with silver prices this week? Well, I definitely think so. It seems like with every major push ahead, there's always a knock backwards. So when is that knock backwards going to happen? Hey, by the time this video releases, it could have went backwards already. Or we could be holding pretty steady, or it could be even higher. That's the exciting part about the silver market. I think we all understand that it is a manipulated market, but people like you and I, the little players, right, that don't buy tons of it at a time, literal tons, can still make a buck. I know I was happy this morning when I looked at the price because every ounce I hold was up $1.25 in value versus where it was when I went to bed last night. So multiply that by the number of ounces. There's a pretty big wealth transfer this morning for those who held silver. That's the nice thing about silver. And one other really important thing to notice, that gold to silver ratio that sat at 100 or over 100 to 1 for so long is coming backwards. It's starting to lower again to get closer to numbers that we would say are more normal for times. So hopefully when that number was really high, 100 to 1, 105 to 1, I did a video talking about where that signals to me more than ever it's a time to buy silver, because in relation to gold, I should say, silver was well undervalued. I didn't necessarily encourage it, but I had a lot of things happen with customers during that time where many traded in gold for silver. Well, now it's working in the reverse direction. And if this continues for quite some time, those customers or any people will be able to trade their silver for gold, and it'll cost them less ounces. That's the beauty of playing the ratios. So we'll just showcase some silver a little bit while we talk some more. I've had a lot of silver come in across the counter the past couple of weeks. I mean, a lot. A lot of people are selling out of hardship, out of necessity, some taking profits. I'm not open yet for the day here in my shop. I open in about an hour, but it's going to be really interesting to see how many people are coming in today to take profits. Because as I said, we have not seen these silver numbers for over 13 years. For many stackers, this is probably the highest silver has ever been. So I'm not encouraging anybody to get out now because I think there's better things ahead for silver. I believe it's important to have a long-term position in precious metals because you're not necessarily going to realize great profits quickly. But boy, we did last night, didn't we? Last night into today, as I said, silver's up over $1.25 per ounce. Let me know down in the comments if you check silver price first thing every morning. That is literally, other than shut off my alarm, that is the first thing I do every morning. Today, honestly, I was kind of shocked when I saw that spot price, that it was well over $35 an ounce with a huge upswing overnight. But honestly, that happens a lot in the foreign markets overseas. What I wasn't sure about was what was going to happen to that price once the markets in the US opened. Well, it actually held steady. So I think this silver price possibly is here to stay. $35 an ounce has long been a resistance level where it's been very difficult for silver to push past that $35 an ounce number. In fact, the last time it was over $35 an ounce and hit $36 an ounce was in February of 2012. That's over 13 years ago. Silver got up to $36 an ounce. In fact, that was the last time it closed above $36 an ounce. We're almost there, everybody. In fact, by the time this video's out, we might be at $36 an ounce silver. Well, what does that mean for you? I'm not encouraging anybody to rush and sell off all of your precious metals, but I also say it is okay to take profit every now and then. As a wise man once told me, and I've said this many times on the channel, you'll never go broke taking a profit. But for me, silver is a long-term hold. I'm not going to rush out and try to take profits on some things right now in my personal stack, because I believe it's going to go higher. Is it going to be a straight line up to 36, 38, maybe pushing 40? No, probably not. There's going to be some pullbacks. In fact, by the time you see this video, it may have pulled back. Who knows? But the interesting thing about silver is we all understand and realize it's a manipulated metal, but at some point, it gets difficult for the big banks to manipulate. I've heard from many, quote unquote experts that once silver gets past $35 an ounce, which we're at right now, and it quickly moves to 38, which remains to be seen, it could really take off. Now that's just opinions of some people. I've heard it multiple times. Nobody can predict the silver price, so just let me say that. But boy, is that what we're seeing right now? It's kind of exciting. So how's your stack looking today, everybody? I'm sure you woke up with a smile if you checked the silver price today. What are you going to do? Are you going to sell off for some profit and, strike while the irons are hot, I guess we would say? Or are you going to go in and buy more because you believe silver will continue to climb over time? I, for one, am continually adding to my stack. I believe silver will go higher. I also believe there'll be opportunities as it goes higher to probably buy it a little cheaper than it is today, because there's always ebbs and flows, ups and downs in the market. So don't get discouraged with daily moves. And I would also tell you, don't get overly excited on any one day like today. But I, for one, am excited because it did cross over, what was long thought to be a difficult resistance level to bust through at $35 an ounce. And here now we sit at almost 36 as we film this video. We're in for a wild ride. It's going to be a wild week. I predict we're going to have a very, very busy day in the coin shop today. Appreciate you all for tuning in. Until next time, thanks so much. Have a great day.